The Supreme Court has lifted restrictions on immigration enforcement tactics in California, freezing a district court's temporary restraining order. Megan Hartnett joins us now in studio. And Megan, will this decision have any impact for us here in Northwest Ohio?
Dan, local immigration activists say this decision is raising concerns for how immigration officers are allowed to stop people, especially as there is a bill in the Ohio General Assembly that could allow ICE agents to arrest people who are suspected of being here unlawfully without a warrant.
The current Supreme Court decision to allow ICE to profile people, it's like going backwards.
Waldemar Velasquez, the president of the Farm Labor Organizing Committee, says ICE agents detaining people based on what language they speak or where they happen to be is a concern. Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote in the Supreme Court decision that apparent ethnicity alone cannot furnish reasonable suspicion. Under this court's case law regarding immigration stops, however, it can be a relevant factor. President Donald Trump's border czar says ICE agents are not racially profiling people, but rather making informed arrests.
They're very well trained. They bring a group of factors together until they establish reasonable suspicion to make an arrest.
Monday's decision is not a final ruling, but the American Immigration Council says this sets a precedent for how the Supreme Court may rule in future cases. The decision is focused on California, but Velasquez says this could have impacts on how ICE raids are conducted locally, as well as the economy.
When we have a large workforce working in construction and the hospitality industry and agriculture.
Ohio lawmakers are trying to pass a bill that would change how immigration laws are enforced. Senate Bill 172 has now made its way to the House. If passed, it would allow ICE agents to arrest suspected immigrants without legal status in public spaces with or without a warrant, and restrict local interference. Velasquez says the focus should be on immigration reform with better trade agreements and foreign policies.
We believe what Reagan said in 1986, that an amnesty is necessary to keep a necessary workforce that we need in this country right now.
Velasquez says he and other activists are going to North Carolina later this month to try and start the national conversation on amnesty. We also reached out to CCNO, which is serving as an ICE detention center. Officials say there are currently 80 ICE detainees there. Reporting in studio, Megan Hartnett, WTOL 11.